Hello, I am Wanderer001 and this is my walkthrough of the Garmin Nuvi 2599LMTHD voice, wait for it, commands, as well as Bluetooth Smart Link smartphone application integration with this particular GPS. Now, you may have noticed I paused when I was saying the trigger phrase for the GPS, similar to those people who have Android smartphones. If somebody says, okay, wait, Google, if you put those two together, it will generally trigger their cell phone to go into an active search. Well, similarly, the GPS has options like that. Now, it can be activated from just about any screen on the GPS. Now, on the home screen here, we can activate it by saying voice command.
Say a command.
Exit. Now that is the by default trigger phrase for the GPS. It can be changed, and I will show you how to change it and show you what that looks like. But first we're just going to run through some of those options. Now you'll also notice that when I say voice command,
say a command,
you have that prompt, exit, of say a command. That is another option that can be turned off in the settings, which I will show you after we run through some of the voice commands. See, it didn't do it that time because I put an S at the end. Voice command.
Say a command.
Exit. Now, the words and the trigger phrasing has been pretty accurate for the most part. There are some options that I'm not going to show you only because they'll bring up personal data and I don't really want to do that. So I will try and go through as many of the voice commands as I can. Now, there was one time when we first started using it that it wasn't picking up me saying voice, wait, command.
Say a command.
Exit. I said that a little too close together. It was not picking up that phrasing from me, so I tried changing my octave and the way I said it, and it works a little better. So let's hit some of those voice command options. Voice command.
Say a command.
Find place.
Speak the name of a place.
KFC.
Searching for GNC. Select a line number.
So as you saw, I actually said KFC, and it had a little difficulty with that. So from here, we have choices which we can either touch or use the voice commands to go back. Back.
Speak the name of a place.
Stony Point Battlefield. Stony Point Battlefield.
No matches found. Please speak again.
Stony Point Battlefield.
No matches found. Please speak again.
Bear Mountain.
Did you say the nut?
Back. Back. Exit. Voice command.
Say a command.
Find place.
Speak the name of a place.
Beaver Pond Campground.
Did you say Palo Candero?
Exit. So as you saw, a couple failed attempts, and I figured out what I needed to do. The database that it's querying at the moment does not have particulars as to where I am. It's looking for more generic things. So let's try this again. Voice command. And there you see, because of the way I said it, it does not want to initiate the trigger phrase. So trying again. Voice command.
Say a command.
Find place.
Speak the name of a place.
AutoZone.
Did you say plaza?
Now you'll notice I said AutoZone, which is right here. When I ran this in the test, it was at the top, so I guess the way I said it was different. But we can select it from here by saying 3.
Searching for AutoZone. Select a line number.
And again, we can choose a line number, but we can also say down, down, which will allow you to keep your hands on the wheel and just kind of glance over as opposed to cycling through. Now you notice the numbers do change. Down, down. So you'll always have a choice between these numbers. Those are the numbers that it's going to understand. So if I say 3, 3.
Would you like to begin navigation?
And the choices here are say that word and it'll start, say yes, or so as you saw by saying yes, it started the navigation. Those are a few of the trigger phrases. Okay, yes, and navigate will start the navigation. So I think that's enough with find a place. So we're going to go back to voice command.
Say a command.
Find category.
Speak a category.
Gas.
Searching for gas stations. Select a line number.
Exit. So again, those are options that you would have. You would say the line number and then you would go and it would bring you into the navigation. Voice command.
Say a command.
It's going to be similar for all of these, including this one. Now, up, up. This particular one is extraordinarily useful. Allow me to demonstrate. Find address.
Speak an address in United States.
So instead of having to type in the address, you can just speak the address. So this is useful instead of having to go ba, and then next ba. You could just say it. Now it's going to try and find what I was saying, but I didn't actually say anything, so we'll see what it comes up with. Yeah, it had no idea what I was saying. So just to give it a fresh start, exit. Exit. Voice command.
Say a command.
Find address.
Speak an address in United States.
100 Baltimore Street, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Would you like to begin navigation?
So as you can see, that is the exact address that I read off of a little card here of a nice candy/soda shop in Gettysburg. And that is exactly the address I said, and it will take you exactly there. It is extraordinarily helpful, especially if somebody gives you an address on a piece of paper or a business card, using this instead of having to type out that long string into the GPS. So at first I thought the voice commands were going to be kind of frivolous, but actually the more that I've used them, the more that I've enjoyed having it. Another one that I actually enjoy using a lot is voice command. Voice command.
Say a command.
Down. Volume.
Volume is at 60%.
So from here you give it a numerical value, 50. 50.
Volume is at 50%.
60.
Volume is at 60%.
Exit. So you can adjust the volume instead of trying to find it by clicking here. Well, if you're on the map, you'd have to click back to... If you're on the map, there is extra steps that you have to take to change the volume. There are no hard buttons on the GPS to change the volume. It's all screen-based now. So having that in the voice commands is useful. And the other one that I enjoy, voice command.
Say a command.
Down. Brightness.
Brightness is at 100%.
So being able to change this to 30.
Brightness is at 30%.
100.
Brightness is at 100%.
Exit. So being able to change that on the fly is extraordinarily useful. So what I'm going to do now is take you into changing some of the trigger stuff for the V commands. We're just going to say that so it doesn't trigger it. Go into apps, go down to that, and from here you could see in the corner when I was saying these commands, it would have this microphone letting you know if it's audible to the GPS because the microphone is right here. It might be a little hard to see, but we can come up here and change some settings for this particular thing. We can disable them if we wanted to, or we can mute the instructions. What muting the instructions does, voice command. Notice how it's not prompting you this time to pick one of these categories, but I can still pick a category if I wanted to. Find place. Auto zone. So this time it's line 1. Exit. Exit. If you don't need the GPS prompting you, that option will take away those prompts. Now, the wake up phrase is just that. Currently it is set for voice command. Exit. Now, it will tell you the strength of the particular command that you're trying to put in. Now, my wife, on the trip that we just took, thought it would be extraordinarily funny if instead of that, we used... Now you can see this one has a 77% strength. So, we hit done.
Computer.
And there you go. That is how you would activate it. So, we're going to show you that would just restore what we were doing because I showed you on the other ones. And we'll go all the way back and just say computer. Find place. Auto zone. And there it is. It's the first choice. Exit. So, quick, well, maybe not quick, but a brief overview of why the voice commands, which I can say now because the trigger phrase has been changed, can be a useful addition to the GPS. As you saw, very minimal touching of the GPS, only touched it when I needed to navigate to show you something, but the voice commands, while not perfect, are usable enough. I would suggest using them. So that's it for the voice commands portion.